Yo, what is up, my friends? I have something special for you today. And I wasn't going to post this. I'm usually very quiet about this, but I've realized that a lot of people do it and it's a part of the game. And if someone wants to do it, I might as well educate them on how to do it correctly. And it's weird because people advise against this, but this is what I did to kind of kickstart my account. Because one of the main things that holds people back is not seeing results at the very start where how do I put this, like if you can engage all day and people can go to your account and see your account, but if you have like 100 followers or something like that, it's going to be much slower growth. It's going to be difficult to get those people to follow you, and engagement isn't really scalable, right? You can't how do I put it, you can't engage for more than maybe like 30, 60 minutes a day, uh, because people have other things to do and you want to do other things. So I want to show you something that is applicable across all platforms. And when I say this a lot and I don't think it like registers very well, but you have to learn how to get eyeballs on your profile. How else are you going to grow? You aren't. So if you have 100 followers and you're posting actual tweets and stuff, that's great. It's practice at that point. That's all it is. It's practice. Nobody's going to see it. And don't correct me on that where it's like, oh, maybe 100 people will see it. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to share it. That should be your attitude towards it, because then you're just going to be disappointed when it doesn't do well and you're not growing. If you're not getting like 5, 10 retweets per tweet, you're not going to be growing by more than 5 to 10 followers a day, right? It'll be very difficult and slow to get to the process of pulling in hundreds of followers a day. And now the reasoning behind this is that when someone visits your profile and they see 100 followers compared to 118.3, it's social proof. People are just going to follow me without reading stuff because I have 118,000. They're like, oh, this guy must know something. This guy, there's clearly a reason he's being followed by so many people. And it's the opposite thought process for like 100 followers. If you have 100 followers, people are going to think, well, okay, this guy's putting out content, but why does he not have more followers? There's something wrong there. I'm not going to follow him either. So the thing you can do, and again, this, I feel like a lot of people do this and it's just taboo. Like people don't talk about it. So I'll be one of the first to talk about it and try to give more nuance here. But there's two things you can do, possibly three for Instagram, which we'll go over as well. But the first thing you need to do, you just need to get to 500 to 1,000 followers to get the ball moving. And the way you can do that is either strategic follow and unfollow. People recommend against that. I have in the past. But there's strategic follow and unfollow. So pretty much you're following and unfollowing people because at the beginning, nobody cares about your ratio. Like, and they're not going to follow you anyways because you have low followers. So if you have 700 following and 100 followers, then unfollow all of them. Unfollow all of them and then follow like 100 people a day. I don't know how many you can follow, but you do follow for unfollow. And you have a good profile. Don't do this if your profile isn't good. You have a good profile picture. If you don't know how to make your profile picture better, watch YouTube tutorials on how to edit and design this kind of stuff to make it look good, right? Educate yourself on how to make it pop and look good and like you are a creator that deserves more followers. Same with the banner. Professional, flows well. Same with pin tweet. Watch the profile optimization video to get more on this and understand it more. But you follow people from the following list of people in your same niche. So let's say I am a fitness account, or I just want to attract more fitness followers. This is another thing people forget is like, oh, well, I don't know who would be interested in what I'm interested in. It's like, if you're interested in improvement, you're pretty much interested in all things improvement. You're not only interested in fitness, you're interested in mindset, you're interested in other things. Everyone has the same interests, but they're also different interests. Like you can make someone interested in what you're interested in. That's the whole purpose of it. They don't have to be interested in it before they follow you. That's why you educate people and show them why you do specific things, is so it becomes an interest for them. So I could go here, and then I wouldn't follow like bigger accounts because they're not going to follow you back. So you have to follow consumer accounts, right? So follow. It does not matter like the qualities. Don't be all anal about trying to find like the perfect ones. Your goal here, your only goal is to get to 500 and 1,000 followers to kickstart that growth. And then you're going to unfollow all of them. And you do this consistently. You follow like 50 to 100 a day. And then at the end of the week, you unfollow a bunch of them. So it goes in like cycles, and you can find your own balance for doing this. But that will get you to a higher social proof profile that will lead to more followers and possibly some engagement on your content and other things like that. So another way to do this without following people, however, following and unfollowing people will get you the most followers faster, like at the start, but I would do this at the same time. So what you're going to do is, let's say, again, Dan Go, right? Let's say I'm a fitness account or just want to attract fitness followers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to his tweet. I'm going to go to people that are already engaging. These people engage with posts. These people are active, and they should engage with your posts if you're talking about something of similar interest. And I'll go into the thought process behind this. So let's take whoever, this guy, for example, right? You open up how many of these? Like 10 tabs. Open up 10 tabs, right? Do this a few times a day, where you come here and then you like their first tweet. Doesn't matter what it is. And look, it's Alan Watts. He's going to like my content and maybe follow me. We'll see. But the thought process behind this is that you go and you like their tweet. And so what's going to happen? They're a consumer. They don't get any engagement. They don't have notifications. They're getting very, very few notifications. So when one pops up and it's a professional, good profile picture that looks like a creator, they're going to be interested. They're going to get a dopamine hit because it's like, oh, okay, I get, like I have a notification. What is it? And then they click on it and they're like, oh, that's a nice picture. And they click on it, they read your profile, and they're like, this guy's talking about similar things that the other guy's talking about. Why would I not follow him? They check out your content. Maybe they like some stuff. Boom, good to go. And then you do this multiple times. So I don't know about this one, but you could go and like this one, right? You just do this. You like, and it doesn't matter if it's a retweet or not, because you're still going to show up in their notifications. And then you just do that. They don't have a tweet, so you can't do it. You could follow them if you want, but then you like it, and you just do that for like 50 people. Like, just go through and keep track of this, and then scroll down here, and then you open up 10 more, and you scroll down, and you open up 10 more, and it works. This is what worked for me, right? I did the strategic follow, unfollow until like 500 followers. And if I wanted to continue doing that, I would. It doesn't matter when you're under 1,000 followers, right? Because if you're in the long game, you're aiming for 50, 100, 200,000 followers. So the first 1,000, it doesn't matter. It's social proof at that point. You're going to have low engagement anyways. Get over it. And then that's when things will start picking up, and you kind of transition into engagement with other big accounts. And then that's when things start to pick up a lot faster than they would when you're in that like 0 to 200 follower range, where you're just not going to get the followers you want, and you're putting in so much effort and not seeing big results, right? So those are the two main ways that I would do it. You could go through the retweets as well. That way you know that you're attracting people that also share content. You can, now this, I would highly advise against this, but I did it a bit. I would still advise against it because it can get annoying unless you do it on like a super big follower account, right? So let's say, I don't know, one like Zuby, Sahil, something like that. Again, this is I just want to give you guys the tools that I thought of and used. I don't know. I'll tell you what it is anyways. So we'll go to Zuby. And I'll only do this if like you're trying to attract this the people that are following Zuby. But then you go through here and you know these people comment, and a lot of these have likes, but like the ones that don't have much engagement. And you're doing the same thing. You're showing up in their notifications as a creator profile with a preferably optimized bio similar to the interests that you are like engaging with these people with, and then they should follow you, or at least you'll get followers a lot quicker that way. So then you have a foundation to actually start building something, right? And this is the same with Instagram. If I want to go to Rob Dial, I could go here, who's mindset mentor. He coaches people, makes 6-7 figures, all cool. And then you go through his follower list. You do the same thing, follow, unfollow, or you go through here. Where are the likes? Oh, you go through the likes, and then you open each of these in a new tab. Can't do it there. Can't do it there. But you know what I mean? You do the same thing, right? On the ones that aren't private. Well, they're all private. So you would follow these people, and then they have to like look at your account to approve it and possibly follow you back. And then, and the whole thing with this, you're going to churn followers. People are going to unfollow you. That's fine. But you're just getting to a point like of going up and down in some followers, but slowly getting to like 1,000, and it's building over time. Right. And so you could do that same thing. But another thing you can do on Instagram that I know some people do, and there's like software for this as well. So I guess this is a viable strategy to like other people's posts to gain followers, but it's software and it doesn't really work sometimes, and you have to integrate your account. Might as well just block off 10 minutes and do it every day. The next thing, you could even do this in like hashtags, right? Go to a hashtag where some people, like you would go to not top posts. On mobile, you can go to most recent, and you find ones that don't have any engagement, and then you like them. But another thing you can do, I don't know if you can do this on, you can do this, yeah, you can do this from the likes. So I'm sure you guys do this sometimes when you post an Instagram story, you go to the story and you check who viewed it, right? So now if I view this story, that's all you need to do is just view the story, and then go down and view all of the stories, et cetera, et cetera. And then that's just another way you could do things. And all of this is scalable, right? You can do this really as much as you want. I wouldn't do a ton because I know there are some limits, but it's much more scalable than engaging with big accounts and hoping people see your content, right? So that's kind of it. And you can do this on multiple different social media platforms. You could do this on LinkedIn if you want. You could do this on YouTube. They're all the same. You either engage with people's posts to get eyes on your profile, or you maybe like someone's comment, or you comment on someone's comment. You can tailor this to individual social media platforms, right? But I would say that it works the best with Twitter and Instagram. And then, yes, you build a foundation, and then the other things start to kick into play, where you engage with larger accounts, you start to make yourself known, you start networking with people, you have some form of a following, engaged or not, you'll notice more engagement on your posts, momentum will build, and then you just keep going up and up and up and up, and you stop relying on, this is the crucial thing, right, is you stop relying on all of this stuff to bring you more followers. So eventually they're just coming in and people are sharing your content because your content is good. Make sense? Okay, that's it. If anyone asks, I didn't tell you this. This is just something that I've done. It's kind of niche and taboo and not highly recommended, but I want to give you guys the skills and the strategies. And like, if you know about this and you're going to do it anyways, then just do it, right? Get a bit higher in the follower count. So with that, I appreciate you. Have an incredible Monday, and I'll see you in the Discord.